Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play at Destiny 2. So we're going to continue the story this week. I think I just need to talk to Failsafe. I don't actually check the quest, to be honest. I just kind of logged in and came to the helm. Rising Chorus Act 2. Yes. Failsafe newly briefed on the Echo of Command. Wishes to speak with you in the helm.
Greetings, Captain. Ikora briefed me on the Echo of Command. And while we AIs are constantly given commands we cannot refuse, I understand your problem conceptually. I have completed processing the various radiolaria samples you retrieved from Nessus. They contain no traces of abnormalities. Which is a huge disappointment. I was about to euthanize the samples when I realized we could mix nanomachines into the radiolaria and reintroduce it to the planet. The nanomachines will get torn apart, but at least we can track them for a while. Maybe that'll help us figure out what's going on.
Oh, I see.
Tell me when you are prepared, and I will have no choice but to assist you. Kidding. I'd help anyway.
Interesting. It is kind of funny talking about... I like this idea that this AI is like, oh really, a thing that makes you do what other people tell you to. What a feeling. Anyway. The Vanguard believe the conductor is somehow using to influence the Nessus Vex. While your support has allowed her to greatly expand her research capabilities, failsafe studies on the Nessus Radiolaria are yielding few results. Alright, reading time. Failsafe was in apprehension as she uses the helm systems to process the raw materials you brought her. Fabricating nanomachines. Her view screen reads as the progress bar slowly fills. After a few moments, the text changes to calibrating nanomachines, as another longer process bar fills. Finally, the process finishes. Naming nanomachines appears on her readout above the frustratingly long progress bar. You tap your foot impatiently. Eventually, Failsafe dispenses a tube of synthesized radiolaria teeming with microscopic nanomachines. Even on the helm, their tracking signals are strong and clear. Once you deploy them, she'll be able to follow their movements through Nessus with ease. Okay, so we need to go to specified coordinates, which I assume is going to be on Nessus, you would have to imagine. Well, interesting.
All right, Captain. I've added nanomachines to the radiolaria that will allow us to track its progress down through Nessus. Please reintroduce the samples to the planet at the designated sites.
Took her a while to start talking there. I'd already done it in like a bunch of places. Oh my god, stop shooting me. I'll murder you all. Now deploy.
And they're off. Tracking. Captain, the radiolaria is being redirected deeper into the core of Nessus. I can hardly pick up the signals of my nanomachines. I'm calibrating the coordinates. Got it. They're moving through a previously unexplored area, and it appears to be heavily occupied. Prepare yourself for battle.
Interesting. I assume that unlocked the last strike thing. Yep. Complete battleground core on Nessus. Okay.
Hey, Captain. You're heading into the deepest parts of the planet. Those nanobots could only tell me so much. You'll need to get down there yourself if I'm going to get any useful data.
You are in unknown territory now, Guardian. Be ready.
Damn. Cool. Sorry, dude. Fucking looks cool. Taken. last one. Yep, have to pull them all up. Good to know. Cool.
What did the Taken want? Why are they here?
Taken are drawn to paracausal forces and those with immense strength of will. But they're leaderless now. No king and no witness. And Zebu Arath either doesn't possess the power or doesn't have the inclination. All we can speculate is that they're drawn to the conductor.
Precursor Goblin. Interesting name.
Since you released those nanobots into the radiolaria, I can track their movement through Nessus.
I couldn't have done it without you.
This is cool.
Since I'm all the way up on the planet's surface, it's fun looking at this place through your eyes, though. Exploring. Sightseeing. Even after all these centuries, there's a lot of this planet I haven't seen. Thanks, Captain.
The Vex mind is mounting a counterattack.
Give me this. Damn. What am my axe?
This was here the whole time? Failsafe did not know?
Failsafe sensors couldn't reach this far beneath the surface of the planet.
Now they can, assimilating data.
Wow. 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 This was here the whole time?
Maybe. Or it could be something new. Something the conductor built when they grasped the Echo's power.
So, speaking of, those nanobots aren't responding to my signals. There's a pretty high chance the conductor hijacked them. It ends here, Captain. Sorry.
It's alright, Failsafe. We can figure out another plan.
Return to the helm, Guardian. Failsafe and I will coordinate and find out our next steps.
Interesting. Cool missions, though. I liked all three of those. Put them all together and they're almost like... Put them all together and make them harder and it's almost like a dungeon encounter. Couple more mechanics, I guess. Hello, Failsafe. As you upload the most recent gathered data from Failsafe's system, she activates her remote uplink and her helm hologen brings to life. I have something for you, Captain, she says excitedly. Her systems whir as she initiates a transmat. It took me a while to replicate, but you've been helping me so much and I wanted to return the favor. There's a cheerful chime and a panel on the console in front of you hisses open, revealing a shimmering engram. It's slightly warm to the touch. I hope this will enable you to collect data more efficiently, she says courteously, then her voice drops into a conspiratorial stage whisper, through, you know, violence. I think this is exactly the same log every single time you talk to her, and get, like, the bonus here, but anyway. Failsafe's display lights up as she maps the new area of Nessus you charted while fighting through Battleground Core. You study the readout together, following the glowing channels of subterranean radiolaria as they flow ever downward. Suddenly, Failsafe highlights a section of Nessus' surface. She has triangulated a location of an unknown research specimen. The lights in Failsafe's research bay flicker in anticipation. Okay. Search coordinates for a new research specimen.
Captain, I am attempting to locate a particularly interesting research specimen. I will re-engage my detection protocol. Location locked in.
Okay. Refining parameters. Adjusting for the unlikely event of specimen locomotion. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop.
The fuck are you?
Ha! Gotcha!
It's like
The
a
specimen
slug.
appears to be biological in nature. Which explains how it was able to evade my earlier detection. Clever little thing.
biological, huh? I suppose I have it in my inventory, do I? No. It looked like a sea slug? Almost? You place the specimen into one of Failsafe's research bays. She thinks it will be happy in the helm, away from the roaming vex and ponds full of radiolaria. Joyfully, she tells you, we rescued this specimen from the dangers of Nessus and gave it a new home on this spaceship. In this way, and many others, it is just like me. The specimen croaks. Failsafe addresses it directly. I don't know what it is, I do not know if that was a sound of agreement or not. We have much to learn about each other. Failsafe is concerned that the specimen looks hungry and has run on analysis of its dietary needs. Collect iridescent radiolite to find nutritional clusters within. Failsafe called these clusters buphobites and believes they mirror the animal's natural food resource. I think
Captain, I am analyzing the latest research sample you brought me.
it was a frog,
And
okay.
it is a frog!
Technically, one of the Nessus proto-amphibians that developed adjacent to the Vex, but yeah, pretty much a frog.
I love him!
Of course, I don't really know him yet, but he seems likable. I can finally bring my nurturing subroutines online.
He should have a name! In honor of my original commanding officer, Captain Jacobson, I will name the frog Captain Jacobson. Don't worry, it's an honorary title. The frog will have no real authority. Oh, this brightens my day, especially after Ikora's concerning response to my theory on how I could locate the conductor. She was aghast. It seemed to cause her emotional distress. She asked me not to mention it to anyone else, so I won't.
Thanks again for the frog.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Failsafe is delighted, she does seem delighted, that the latest research specimen you've brought her is a small frog. One of the Nessus proto-amphibians that developed adjacent to the Vex. That's interesting. She's so pleased with the frog that she divulges something that has been weighing heavily on her mind. She proceeds to propose a new theory on how to locate the conductor, but it troubled Ikora so deeply that she asked Failsafe to keep it to herself. Interesting. So let's go speak with Ikora, shall we? We also have the research thing here. I will probably do this as well, just so I can get the lore for it. I don't know if there is going to be any lore for it, but I will probably be able to put our frog friend in this terrarium. Makes sense why we're building a terrarium now. It probably would have made more sense to get the frog first, because then we had a reason to build this, but we were building this up, and then it just so happened that we're like, oh yeah, let's chuck a frog in there. Why not? Perfect. Let's go talk to Ikora, though, because I don't like it when Ikora keeps things from me. Tell me everything and I'll be the judge. I run the Vanguard. There's this facade that you and Zavala run it, but in truth, I run it. Always has, always will be.
Guardian, there's something I should discuss with you. Something I'm reluctant to suggest to Saint and Osiris. I think you'll see why. Failsafe believes she could open a portal straight to the conductor. She says she could extrapolate the coordinates by combining the new Vex data you've been collecting with her years of observations of the Nessus Vex. But she would need to compare it against control data, gathered from Vex isolated from the Nessus network.
Same.
She'd need an enormous amount of data, centuries of it, captured with perfect clarity and preserved by the Vex themselves. Our options are limited and dangerous. There is only one accessible database with that kind of fidelity. The mind of Saint 14, the deceased Saint 14, who is still laid to rest in the infinite forest. Our future may depend on Saint. Again.
I can kind of see why she wouldn't necessarily want that. I have too many of these. And she doesn't want to say it until Saint's over his hang-ups about it, essentially. So we've got the specimen number 5, which I guess I will do as well. Alright, cool. Speak to Failsafe in the helm and review her final specimen analysis. Easy. These quests are very much kind of tedious busy work, but at the same time, at least they're not particularly difficult tedious busy work. They're just tedious. I have a radio message, which I'll listen to after I do this.
The frogs are saved, and you brought a new crew member aboard. Thank you, Captain.
I suspect this little guy's toxic secretions insulated it from Vex radiolaria. Impressive.
That is impressive,
The
actually.
Vex will adapt to assimilate this species along with the rest of Nessus. But we can protect them with violence.
Yay, best way of protecting things. We did indeed get a frog, Captain Jameson. A frog that appears to be friendly and very deadly. Unlike other fauna on Nessus, this species appears to have become accustomed to the persistent Vex threat at their home. Captain Jacobson is one flappable frog. Secondary Echo Engram focusing unlocks the ability to focus Echo Engrams into Act 2 weapons. Cool. Does that mean I can focus everything now? Which I should actually grab a focus weapon. I don't really know what the hell I want. I guess the rocket sidearm, right? Definitely the most interesting. And I'll reset failsafe because I'm here. Beautiful. Alright, busy work completed. Give me one sec. We actually completed the triumph for this one, so we could put the... Oh, you get both. I see. That's cool. That makes sense. Kind of surprised I can't put the frog anywhere, I'll be honest. I thought he would be in the... I thought we were building this terrarium for the frog. Apparently not. Oh, there's a thing over here.
I am honored to house you.
Ah, hey buddy. Oh yeah, he's a frog.
That means something in frog.
Well, probably not the best idea to be patting this frog, considering he secretes toxic excretions, but he does seem friendly, so that's something. Cool. Recharge quest 5 complete. That gives me a bunch of XP. Cool. And we got an Eververse for that too. Don't really care about the Eververse, I'll be honest. Unless it gives me bright dust, and then it's good. Alright. Can you just see season rank up to 111? I'm well past 111. Weird. Okay, well, whatever. Let's do the radio message.
Guardian, since you found me, I have only doubted who I was once. When Mithrax recounted how his people, their children, feared me, it shook me. Osiris says that I am Saint 14. My hands raised the wall. I walked Pilgrim Guard. How can I be a shadow of the saint who truly walked this city when I remember the smells of the streets and the faces that smile?
Pretty much.
I met you on Mercury as I speak to you now. We fought together. I shattered the Vags for centuries, but I lived where he died. Because we showed the Vags that our fate could not be calculated. Even in simulation, we surprised them, you and I. That is true. The conductor claims I am a man out of time, an approximation of reality. Was I not this already?
Exactly.
Hard
Exactly.
metal,
You're an exo. It doesn't make any
memory,
fucking sense.
Spark and code 14 times over. Only my heart carried through. I know what it means to find myself again. But the conductor claims had Osiris not created the sundial, had I remained forgotten, Sagira would live still. How could these things be connected? If it is true, I will not take my love from him as well, for it is strong, and he will need it. You would not be afraid. You would know what to do. I am still trying, but I will find myself again.
It's the point that I thought about right at the start too. Is like, oh, I'm out of time. My mind is like similar and the same, but I'm not the same person. But like, you're Saint 14. Your brain's been reset 14 times. 15 really, because then you died and became a guardian, and then your entire life was wiped from existence after that. Like, how many resets do you have to go through that this is that much of an issue? You know what I mean? But yes, I think we're now done. Looks like it. We just have to wait till next week. So if you liked the video, please leave a like. I would have cut down a lot of that. I usually do in these videos, they're kind of like just story reactions more than anything else, and just my thoughts on the story more so than the actual gameplay, but there was a lot of extra kind of pissy fiddly work with that frog quest. Cool reward. I like having the frog in here, but it was a bit ridiculous. He's a weird looking frog. Anyway, as I said, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.